Next lot's going to be page 278K, sired by 10G Turner Burner, out of page F77. Full sister to Long John, offering half interest in 278K. Very special bull. HD, your thoughts on him?
He is, and he's a specimen too, and that's I think that comes from that 5'10" and there's some cow families on there that just are legged up and move right and are so athletic, and then you put 10 Turner Burner on top of that deal, and there's not much chance for it not to work. And this bull's going to work at some level. I've had some futurity trips out of him where he's 90 plus, and he's just a big, stout, good-looking bull, and moves right, bucks hard, and bred to raise some buckers. So at some point, this 278K is going to be successful in this business. I don't know where he's going to hit or where he's going to fit exactly, but it's going to work at some point.
And he's as good looking a bull as there is on the ranch. I mean, with 2-year-olds, to me, you can't put one together and make them no prettier than he is.
No. Bred right and bucks, kicks, does the whole deal. It's just, he's not quite ready to go in her yet, but he will be at some point.
Right, and it'll be a fun ride because he's one that should last and go all the way through. He's got the size.
When he hits, he's going to be 90 plus. Like,
easy.
I'm not. He's going to do it.
Yeah. Into the next lot here, it's going to be a semen lot. 5 straws of 43C bar chiseled, and 5 straws of 33C slice of heaven. HD.
And chiseled's one. I don't know how much. A bunch.
About as much as you can win for him.
Yeah. He's done it, and his characteristics are still, top the chart. They just don't. A bull that big doesn't jump that high and kick that hard. And like I said, we've talked about it. I don't know how many times, but that rare. And that extension and all that, you're not going to train that into them. You got to get it right. And right here, Chisel's going to throw it in there.
Right.
And his cattle are going to carry some meat, and the longevity and all that, the toughness is there.
Right.
He bucked from start to finish.
Yeah.
He was a really nice futurity calf, but man, he excelled in the classic and the derbies and all that. And he went on to be PRCA Bull of the Year 2 times, I think. Did he win it once or twice?
He's twice, 2 times.
But and that's another deal. The bull riders love him. He gives them the shot to win first every time. There's no phony bone in his body.
Right.
And
if you look at his pro bull stats, there was that one summer, it's all green. There's so many 47 and 48s on there. And bull buck harder at 8 seconds than he is at 2 seconds.
There's a lot of there's a lot of times they rode him 6 seconds during that deal. It wasn't like he would just turn and buck somebody off.
Right.
Yeah, he's get down and dirty. He liked the rodeo deal. The harder you hauled him, the more times you bucked him, the better he liked it. He got in his groove, and Slice of Heaven's about the same deal. Like a lot of up and down, a lot of kick, and he was 90. I'll tell you a little story about Slice of Heaven right quick. Back when at the Billy James deal, I missed an event, and you remember the deal, and it threw me behind in the little series deal he had, and he had to be, and it was a competitive deal. He had to be 96 that day to win 50 grand or whatever, 70 grand, whatever it was.
Something, yeah,
a bunch of money. There was a big bunch of money that we'd all put in there to compete for,
right.
And I thought he was going to do it. After I bucked him, I said, I just won this of it.
And he was 94 something.
He's 94 and a half. And
it was a highest mark.
I thought he was going to be 96. I really thought, I said, I think he's fixing to be 96. It was that he was that impressive.
Yeah.
And he was that way. And his average that year in his futurity year was way up over 90.
Yeah.
But he was a big, stout, impressive bull, and he will still be his cattle will be competitive, and his cattle
he can win right now. All right, next we got page H15, sired by 32Y Sweet Pros Bruiser. I have a really special cow, 9115W, the Damn to Lollipop. Great combination here. Let HD go.
You know, this H15 bucked hard a couple of times when he's a calf, and I bucked him. I think he's had one or two outs with a cowboy, and he looked like he was going to really buck, and I don't know if he's ever going to work or not. I don't know if them bulls hit him. He was in a trap with freaking 12, 15 bulls, and he'd been that whole set of bulls, his whole deal. And now he moves like he's off in his back, but
and we're talking pretty much 3/4 brother to Lollipop here. You know, Lollipop sired by 2103
Right.
Buck Autism, a Showtime son. We got Bruiser back over the top of it. You know, very special offering here.
Yeah, I think this bull's calf's got a shot to do some good stuff. And like I say, he's a specimen too. He's a big wide back. He's a good looking bull. And got a little tick of bramer, got some ear, and just enough to kind of keep him from getting too tight skinned and too bound up, but he'll loosen them up just a touch. But he's a big, stout, nice bull.
Yeah. G2 next. Another special one. We've had a lot of them on here, but this one kind of stands out to me. He is a full brother to 009 Showtime, sired by Kish's 827 Wolf Dancer, out of a Bodacious daughter, back over at Charlie John Coffee Cow. And I've said it before and told a lot of people this, but two bulls to me that changed the whole face of the buck and bull industry is Showtime and Smooth Move. And they both just happen to be here, but I'll let HD tell you about the bull and go from there.
Yeah. Oh, you know, we stumbled on to Showtime through Jim Anderson, of course, and and Jim used to send me them calves, and Jim had flushed that cow, and I guess she must have produced something before that.
Yeah.
And he flushed that cow to that double bred Wolfman son Wolf Dancer, and so I had like 3-4 of them Showtime sons when they brought them up here. And none of them really showed out to me, but Showtime. Showtime had that up and down, and he just had a little different deal about him. And of course, we was all wanting him to turn back, spin, and whatever, and he didn't have that in him, but he had that up and down. He had a little more up, a little more down than anything I'd ever been around.
And that's one thing. There's not a lot of footage of him because this is pre everybody having a cell phone on that video. We're talking about a big, rank, scary, special bull.
Yeah, he had to up and down. And then back then, you didn't video. Everything wasn't, it was pretty much pre-video. You could go, fall down or whatever, and nobody knew about it, nobody caught on camera.
Right.
But anyway, saying all that, this G2 full brother to Showtime, I bred Aught 4, Aught 3.
Aught 4 produced a sire to Cool Whip as well, I do believe. Either Aught 3 or Aught 4, one of them.
Was out of the Aught 3 or Aught 4 daughter.
Daughter.
Yeah. He was out of Aught 3 or Aught 4 daughter, but whichever one it was. But what I'm trying to say is whatever that breeding, that mating crosses, and it works. They buck or they produce buckers. And it's not only, like I say, they don't have to be special. They didn't have to have the Showtime up and down and kick or whatever. And if they were bred that way, their calves will buck and their daughters will produce buckers. It's just in there. It works.
Yeah. Well, we'll roll on to the next lot here. And going to be a neat little calf here. This is Page 260K, sired by 877F Washita Wizard, out of Outcross female, 60F. She's sired by 406 Big Sky, back over Long John daughter. And a little black bull here really tries to buck. And HD, give us your thoughts on him.
Yep. Yeah, he does, and Washita Wizard was a standout in the futurity, and he's a nice bull today. Still, he jumps and kicks and bucks hard. And Big Sky is crazy. I bought this bull at a futurity, and I can't remember. I mean, he's just a little special guy, a little spotted bull that just had a lot of up and down and kick and intensity and all that. And I bred him sparingly, and man, his sons and daughters are special. And this is no exception. This is out of a Big Sky daughter by Washita Wizard, and this is going to be a futurity calf. He's a big stout calf, but he's in the door and kicks the lights out. Bucks hard. Lots of gas, lots of intensity, lots of up and down. He tops the charts, and the only thing he's needing is to go somewhere and be entered. I think he's ready to go.
Yeah.
And he's the last 3-4 trips he's knocked it out.
Right.
In the gate, kicking and bucking hard. He's the deal.
Yeah. Well, we will roll on into our next 10 straw semen package. 5 straws of each bull, 133X high tensile and 173X hard twisted. Two that everybody knows and have made their name in the game. And
yeah, there's no guesswork with this semen lot. Both of them have and will produce buckers.
Yeah,
not much to it. They're predictable. They're consistent. The whole deal. They will produce them, and the guy needs to flush some cows. Both of them. That's just the way it is. They're give top and bottom. It's going to work.
Yeah, I'll give my opinion on hard twisted. I mean on high tensile. I've never seen a bull produce as many spinners percentage wise as high tensile. I think everybody talks about Houdini this, Houdini that. Yeah, he's a Houdini grandson. But as far as bulls turning back, and I've had a slew of them, a lot of right hand deliveries too, but high tensile, I think he would probably be the most dominant sire to make them turn that I think I've ever seen. Yeah. And that's my personal opinion.
From day one,
Yes, right off the bat.
And that's the deal. Like when you're trying to get bulls ready for a sale, or bulls ready for a competition, or there's no better. Like
right.
He's you run them in there and just get it on them, and they'll make everybody look like a bull trainer.
Right, right. A wise man once told me good bulls makes a guy look like a good bull man.
Yeah.
But anyhow, that's it. Hard twisted American Heritage Champion. A lot of sons that have been really, really good, and it's a special package. It'll change your program. No doubt about it.
They're good stuff, both of them.
And our next lot be G14 Run Money, sired by 32Y Sweet Pros Bruiser, and out of 978W. Great cow for y'all. Crazy Train daughter, back out of a mudslinger over Crazy Train's dam. This bull's a full brother to Black and Blue, Hostage, Danny Boy, your Dirty Brew that y'all are hauling now, and go on and let us know about G14.
Yeah, just short round caliber stuff. This G14 was one of about 4 flush mates, and it's a pretty neat deal. Like, I've never had 4 flush mates be in the top 10 or 15 of a set of calves before, and every one of them bucked. Every stinking one of them turned back and bucked hard, and they were big and brittle, and they had got the right look, and they bucked. And G14 he might have been on the top of the whole set.
Right.
And he bowed both knees when he was a calf, just pushing, and like he would dig in that ground and turn and kick through it, and he was wanting that dummy off his back. And he's a really nice calf, and I think his calves would have to buck. And he's brittle, baldy.
Yeah.
Like, he could go on a set of commercial cows. He's a really nice made bull.
All of them are that way. They're all specimens. Like the G08 that just went in the last sale, same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure. And like I say, this is a big, stout, athletic, brittle bull, and tendons and that aren't really made to do some of the stuff that these guys can do, and this bull just tried too hard to buck.
Yeah.
He'd stick them front legs in the ground, push off, and do it.
Yeah. Well, we'll roll into the next special offering. No doubt, rank bull, short rounder. C05 Honeyman, sired by 6A Testfire out of 05 bar 106. Western Wishes over Oscar's Velvet. Can't stack a lot more in the pedigree here of longevity and special bulls.
Yeah. No, and what's he 7 coming 7? Or is he
Coming 9.
No.
coming 9? Oh, skipped a couple of years, but I guarantee you, and that's the way he looks. He don't look like a 9-year-old.
Right.
And you could run him in there today, and he would rear, drop, and kick, and turn left in the gate. I bet you could run him in there and buck him today, and he'd buck his butt off. And he bucked hard for a long, long time. And I bred to him last year, and I'll regret selling him. I bet you. You know,
Right.
There'll be some calves that really buck out of him, and he's got that big rear and big move ahead and kick, and he does the deal, and he's a handful to ride, but he's doing a lot of stuff, and this Op 5 106 is as good a cow. She's raised as many money earners as probably any cow ever has or ever will have, and Testfire, look at the pedigree, just top and bottom. This bull would have to work, and like I said, he bucked for a long time and still would buck. And if he's crippled, you can't tell it because he's too big and tough. The big hard-headed sucker, he's just one of them that I never left him off the truck. Whenever the truck was rolling, he was on it.
Yeah.
And he was one of them you could depend on. Like I say, we touched on the toughness and longevity and all that, and that's what you're gonna get with this. But some athletic ability back in there, like that you gotta have. It's all there.
Yeah. All right, we're going to roll into our next lot here. It's page 276K, sired by F42 Big Wave, out of a Magic Maker daughter. That goes back to a Brutus daughter on the bottom side there, and little black blaze face calf, really special calf, and I'll let HD tell you more about him.
Yeah, he really is, and by Big Wave, I think reserve world champion in the futurity, and bucked all the way through and still does. Bucks hard still, and Magic Maker on the bottom, Brutus back in there, and this calf, he wants to buck so hard, and he wants to spin so fast, and he wants to kick his little back feet over his back. He wants to do everything, and he wants to do it in a hurry, and he's gonna figure it all out. And I've got him to buck really hard 2 or 3 times, and I've got him to try to be 95 every time. You know, he really wants to buck, and he's gonna make a special bull. If he's not the futurity, he's gonna do it down the road. And breeding bull, wherever he fits, he's got a place in this world, in the bucking bull world. He's a sure nice kid.